Hi friends, the story that I will tell you today has been walking on the web for a long time, and this is definitely not the only case. This happens quite often in life. Jessica lived in a small neighborhood with her husband. The family had no extra money, and when the woman found out that she was expecting a baby, she did not go for an ultrasound. Things were going well for Jessica, but her stomach was growing very fast. And in the 7th month, she gave birth prematurely to 3 daughters. When Jessica heard the news, she was very happy, which was not the case with her husband. The man who learned about the birth of triplets was sad. And on the day, when James brought his wife and daughters from the hospital, he went to the store for diapers, but did not return home. For a long time, Jessica couldn't believe that her husband had left her, and she tried to call him. But James didn't answer. He didn't even show up for the court hearing when they were being separated. 5 years passed quickly for Jessica. At first, she had to take care of 3 babies. The help was provided by my mother and sister, who had a 3-year-old child. 6 months later, the woman was able to get a job. Now she was busy with the house, the children, and work, but thanks to her mother, she managed everything. She even managed to prove herself and make a career in the company. And so I decided to move to the capital, where the head office of the company was located. It was a chance to change my life and the girls. In the capital, the company rented an apartment for Jessica, paid her rent. The woman got a good position. One day, Jessica was on her way to a meeting and ran into James in the business center. The man was taken aback. A beautiful, well-dressed, confident woman stood in front of him. She was nothing like the Jessica he'd run away from 5 years ago. Even more shocking was the fact that they were involved in the negotiations together. She is the project manager, he is the assistant representative of the company. And 2 days after this meeting, James fell on his knees in front of Jessica, began to apologize and justify that he was just scared then. The woman listened, then said, "You are on your knees for 2 minutes, and I was humiliated in front of the boss for 2 years when I asked for time off because the children were sick. I worked around the clock to feed my daughters, and you just got scared. I was able to build my life, and you have no place in it. And the children will grow up and decide for themselves whether they should communicate with you or not." But that, Jessica turned and walked away, her heels clicking together. Proud, slender, independent. It was only now that James realized what he had lost. But it was impossible to turn back the clock. Life is like this. At the most unexpected moment, it returns what it once sent to the world. The boomerang law has not been repealed. So maybe it's time to understand that you need to act according to your conscience.